God damn it! Why did he have to look good? Hey guys, Jay here, and you get what we're doing now. We're gonna talk about the new Thomas. So we've had some pretty good news this week and some pretty bad news, and I'm gonna get the bad news out of the way because it's actually kind of tragic. Totally Thomas, which is obviously, you guys know, a website where you can buy Thomas stuff, has confirmed that the new wooden railway range has been discontinued. It's a huge shame and honestly a huge loss to the toy market, because now we're in an era where there's no wooden Thomas toys being produced, and that just feels weird because they've been doing Thomas Wooden Railway for like over 30 years now. It's crazy. Now, I was never a big fan of the redesigns personally, just everything but those wheels looks fine, but those wheels are such a fucking eyesore. Like, why do they look like that? And those rumors of that, like, farmhouse set with the barn and Terrence, like, yeah, I don't know. It just sucks that there's no more Thomas Wooden Railway happening, and, you know, it's a huge loss, you know? The last item confirmed for release is the 2025 Day Out with Thomas item, and that takes us over to the good news. A new motorized Day Out with Thomas engine was revealed to us this week, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the direction that they're going with these, you know, event-exclusive engines from now on. This is probably and most definitely my bias talking, but I would have done a die-cast one, honestly. I don't know, I feel like a little 7 or 8 pound die-cast is a much more, you know, suitable souvenir than like a 17-pound motorized train. You know, it's not that deep, and it's definitely my bias talking, but I would have loved it to be a die-cast one. But regardless, we have a very good look at these new motorized engines, so we're going to talk about that today. Thanks to ZWA Studios on Twitter as well, we have some in-hand photos of him, which is, oh, this is great, this is juicy. We're gonna go over the box first, which, as predicted, is basically the same as the All Engines Go ones, but with, you know, they got like the more realistic looking rivets on them rather than how it looked with the All Engines Go ones. They're going back to the 2020 style of packaging, which is cool. I like how there's that, you know, divide between, you know, the real, kind of like real train Thomas and then super silly cartoony boys. It's got the Day Out with Thomas logo there. It's got the 80th anniversary logo. It says exclusive because obviously, but weirdly, they use a render of the toy rather than like a stock image of Thomas, which I don't know, it looks weird. It looks like one of those fan edits. It takes me back to when I was a kid and there was those like slideshow videos of take-alongs that don't exist, and it had playing in the background. Still though, regardless, it's a packaging style that I've loved since they revealed it way back when, and I'm glad it stuck around. It's such a universal look for Thomas. It looks and feels so Thomasy. It's perfect. I just really hope to God that the standard release engines don't have just like a render of the toy itself on the packaging, because that's just dumb. That's just stupid. I don't know. I just really hate how that looks. On to Thomas himself, who we finally get a good look at this model, and sweet holy Jesus and everything Wilbur Audrey, this thing looks awesome. Starting off with the face, which is arguably the most important part of Thomas, and it looks so much better than the old Trackmaster one, because it's just night and day. Look at them. It's just straight up like a 3D print of the face they used in the show, and that's all you really need to do with him. Like, Thomas is just, he just looks perfect there. You know, like, it's all down to paint application, if anything, and even then, it's different, but it looks alright. I don't know, I kind of like it. And just from the front, good God, I am so glad they made his face a little bit smaller and made him decently wide, you know? Like, his buffer beam looks a little bit short and his lamp looks super skinny, but like, I don't know, I don't mind it, because they're not trying to be accurate, they're just trying to be good toys, and at the end of the day, that's all I care about, because I'd rather have something that's just a good quality toy than go back to this piece of shit. Like, if I just stick like a front-facing render of Thomas from the show next to him, it's just, oh, it's spot on, man. They did such a good job with this thing. And because he's a Day Out with Thomas engine and not a standard one, he's loaded and loaded with so much cool illustrated detail of him like celebrating whatever he's celebrating. I've always really loved the style they put in with like 2D illustrations that they apply onto the engines, because it just looks good. They have a lot of depth to them. It feels 3D, but it's not, you know, it's definitely just a printing thing, but it looks like there's shadows behind like the banner and the streamers and such. It just looks nice, you know. It looks like there's layers to him, if you know what I mean. You can see some of the rivet detailing underneath the like the banners and streamers and such, and it looks good. It looks really good. It's really nice seeing it up close. They got the handrails, they got the rivets, but they're not like giant pimples. It looks good. It's really tastefully done. I really like how they've been doing it. This is a detail that just really itches my brain, but I love how the middle dummy wheel has a counterweight on it. That's something they've never really done before. It looks awesome. I love that. And those side rods. Oh my god, that's such a welcome change. They look so pretty, man. This is more detail. Honestly, it's just more detail, and that's all it needed. You know, the old ones were fine, like, but this is a very welcome upgrade kind of thing, you know what I mean? There's not really much preference, you know. It's the change isn't that big, but these still just look really, really good. They're also still in that very nice silver color that they introduced with the Trackmaster 2 engines. I like that. I really, really like molded plastic silver and gold. I don't know, it itches from when I was collecting Lego as a kid, and I always loved the special like pearlescent silver or gold or whatever pieces that they do on characters like C-3PO and the Winter Soldier and the Nindroids from Ninjago and Zane. You know, it's cool. It's a really cool color, and you can really feel it, you know. It just feels, oh, I don't know, it tickles my brain. It's unpainted, but he also has his stepladder, which we've gone over before, and I just think that's a really welcome detail. I don't know, it's just one of those things that people forget to put on their Thomas. It's how are they gonna get in the cab, you know? Are they gonna jump like Mario? Can also confirm there's a little bit of depth in the cab there, like it bevels in a little bit. That's really cool. But I really wish they took the opportunity to print like a little fat controller in there or something, or like his driver and fireman wearing party hats. That's something I really want to see on these engines, is printed like driver and fireman people inside them. That would be so cool. We got a little video of him running around as well, and just, oh, he's back, bro. We're so back, and he looks really, really good. I love this thing. It is just straight up a retooling of the All Engines Go ones, like down to the big red switch and the size and the chassis and just everything. It's just straight up like an All Engines Go motorized, but in the classic style, and that's all it really needed to be. Because honestly, I like those big proportions. There's still a lot to get used to, but I like them regardless. I think they look cool. On the topic of proportions, Zachary was kind enough to take photos of the new Thomas next to his childhood Tomy one, which looks pretty fucking sick, by the way. I do really like the silver, you know, boiler caps. He is really not that much bigger than a standard Trackmaster Thomas. I feel like we were all dreading the worst, where he just looked fucking gigantic next to him, but he looks really good. It's very sound proportion. Like, just looking at it, all they really did was push up aspects of the body a little bit more. Like, they just like took him and stretched him up a little bit. He looks fine. And I'm just noticing now that the faces aren't that different in size, so we could get some very interesting face swaps soon enough. I'm personally very excited to see what people are gonna do with the new duck. I would love to see a custom theoretical CGI Trackmaster or Playrail duck. That would look so cool. And how could we forget this little dude? We get a Troublesome truck with him, and I am so glad that it's just become slowly more normalized for Troublesome trucks to be in merchandise. It's kind of crazy to think that for like 6 years, the motorized line didn't have any Troublesome trucks. Like, what? How? And as expected, he is really nicely detailed with really nice wood like molding all over him and in the inside. I love that. He's got like little wooden boards in there. His face, He is so cheery and happy to be there. Like, yeah, dude, you're having a good day, and I'm glad. Real quick, I just want to mention that I think the new motorized trucks, well, not new now, because they came out like 5 years ago, like the one that came with the windmill or that pack with Percy and the tanker, yeah, those are the best motorized Troublesome trucks ever made. I think they're peak. I think the tinier they are, the better. I never liked how big the Tomy ones were, you know? These are the perfect medium. I love these things so much. If I collected motorized, I'd just have so many of these. You guys know I'm addicted to Troublesome trucks. And I'm assuming that this truck mold is the one that's going to be reused in that Greatest Moments pack of Thomas with the trucks. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. So that's that. That's the first in-hand look at this new Thomas. And obviously, I'm still going to do my own review on it once I get him, because oh, it's so tempting to start collecting this range. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I want to support these releases as much as possible. You know, I want to make it very clear to those big guys up there, hey, this is good. We need more of this. I want this going for the rest of my life. If we haven't gone extinct by then, I would lose my mind going onto Twitter and seeing Thomas merch news post like, new motorized Stanley revealed, or like Charlie, or just someone really fucking random like Stafford or something, I don't know. But again, I want to collect these because they look good, and Thomas looks really good. I'm very, very happy with how this Thomas looks. It's definitely different, and it's definitely something to get used to, but you know, change can be a good thing. You know, maybe this is one of the good changes that's going on. Just all they need to do is not f*** up Toby.